Disney Plus has a treasure trove of incredible shows, but one underappreciated entry from the superhero genre deserves way more love. Over the years, Disney has amassed an extraordinary library thanks to the sheer number of properties and studios they now own. From Marvel, to Fox, to Pixar, to Lucasfilm, and beyond, it's a powerhouse of entertainment. However, that can also mean that some incredible shows get missed, which is exactly what happened to a Fox superhero series that debuted in 2017. Of course, I am referring to The Gifted, an X-Men spin-off show that debuted on Fox, and while it generated solid viewing figures and reviews, the age of streaming contributed to the show's eventual demise. The Gifted is an underrated X-Men spin-off Annette Brown/copyright Fox/courtesy Everett collection. Fox held the rights to X-Men stories from 1994 until the studio was purchased by Disney, thus restoring the rights to Marvel Studios and allowing for the MCU to finally incorporate mutants and the X-Men into their stories. However, long after 20th Century Fox released the incredible X-Men trilogy, Fox continued to try to build out these stories in an effort to capitalize on the superhero success. This led to the intriguing reboot movies, and to less well-received films like The New Mutants, but it also gave the world The Gifted. The story explores a world where the X-Men have disappeared, and the rest of mutant kind has been forced into hiding due to the intense hatred normal people feel towards them. Specifically, the show follows one family who escape with their mutant children and the underground resistance. The Gifted gets better as the show goes on copyright Fox/courtesy Everett collection. While the premiere season deals with the fallout of mutants being forced to hide, the sequel season explores conflict among the mutants. In both seasons, the show leans into the politics, drama, and division that exist, which is a staple of the mutant stories of Marvel, but they also don't rely heavily on action and spectacle, instead focusing on strong storytelling that culminates in an incredibly strong series. And unequivocally, the second season enhances everything from the first season to deliver an underrated series that has all the strengths of intense, dramatic superhero stories like Heroes, while also possessing the name brand recognition and expansive world building that is present in the X-Men universe of stories. It also does an incredible job of developing the central characters, leading to intense emotional payoffs and wonderful moments of connection between the individuals on screen. All things considered, it's a brilliant series that is a powerful addition to the wider X-Men universe. The MCU will expand the mutant story after the multiverse saga. That being said, the X-Men do deserve the chance to get to tell their story. And while Bryan Singer went some way towards that, directing the first two films and producing several more, and Hugh Jackman got to dive into another character-focused trilogy, and even the latter rebooted universe expanded the story overall, it's time that Marvel Studios stepped in to try their hand at giving the mutants the MCU treatment. Marvel Studios has done an incredible job of bringing superhero stories to life, and the expansive MCU is easily one of the most impressive and enjoyable franchises ever made. So, it makes perfect sense for the MCU to put those X-Men rights to good use after getting them back from Fox. And thankfully, plans are already underway to make the next era of the MCU the Mutant Saga, ensuring there will be plenty of time to explore these characters in depth. Of course, that all kicks off with Avengers: Doomsday, which will bring the older Fox X-Men characters back to the big screen to face off against the Avengers and the rest of the heroes the MCU has set up. In the meantime, fans of the superhero genre can check out The Gifted for a chance to see what this kind of world might entail.